Welcome back.
Yo, Base Guru, man, you're on the streak.
Welcome back.
My guy. How you doing, bro? I hope you're having a good day. Work. Yeah. Bax, Denali coming with the hydrate. What's up, dude?
It's Pikachu!
Is it Pikachu? Where's Pikachu?
14 months.
Pikachu! Hey, Will coming in with the 40-month streak. Really? Really? Dude, holy moly, that's a lot. I did not realize you were on such a streak. No, but for real, thank you so much for the sub support. The sub port. That is huge, man. That is huge. Also, Crispy Chipster 33, thanks for the follow last night.
Gringe.
I don't know what I did. It was Kringe, but I did it. I mean, kind of my whole existence. It's kind of my thing. Live, cringe, or die boring.
Lizard.
It's like echoing. Oh, it's because of TikTok be doing weird stuff on it. You got it pulled up. Oh, this track is so good. Subport. Yep, indeed, basically. Yo, Dan, how's it going, man? Good to see you this morning. I just really like this track. Have we discussed? Hey, that's today. We are going to talk about that. That is upcoming in the game news. I have lots of thoughts. Shocker! Oh wow! Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into news mode here, y'all. Maybe? We need a podcast. Dude, that's not a bad idea. Apparently, channel points have been off? I don't understand. Thank you for redeeming that. I've turned it back on. I don't understand the button now. I thought it meant a different thing. The icons ain't iconing enough for me here, and I set them up. I've bamboozled myself. All right. Well, let's just jump into it. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the Game News Show. What's been going on over the last weekend? Well, since Wednesday, really. Almost an entire week. We had a state of play we kind of talked about on Friday, but we didn't do like a news segment for. It was fine, you know, but we did have some pretty major things happen over the weekend. I got to change this music. It is far too distracting for me. There. Much better background stuff. Thanks for the work, Lurk. But let's get into the game news this morning. What do we got first? Well, coming up, Doug Bowser, ironically president of Nintendo, but not for long, is stepping down. He's retiring at the end of the year, being replaced by Devin Pritchard, who has been with Nintendo for a long time, Nintendo of America. Let's read the article. Nintendo has announced that President and Chief Operating Officer of Nintendo of America, Doug Bowser, will be retiring at the end of the year, December 31st, 25. His replacement's already been named, Devin Pritchard, who's been at Nintendo of America for 19 years and is currently the Executive Vice President of Sales, Marketing, and Communications. As part of the move, Pritchard will also be joining the NOA Board of Directors and will become a Nintendo Co. Limited Executive Officer when she takes over. Other changes coming to Satoru Shibata will be taking over as Chief Executive Officer in addition to maintaining his position as Managing Executive Officer and Corporate Director of NCL. I have no idea what that is. Shibata has been president of Nintendo of Europe and Nintendo of Australia previously. Bowser's departure is a bit of a surprise to us, writes Nintendo Life. This is their thoughts. He joined the company back in 2015 as Vice President of Sales and Marketing before taking over as President of NOA in April 2019 after Reggie Fils-Aimé stepped down. Here's the statement. One of my earliest video game experiences was playing the arcade version of Donkey Kong. Since that time, all things Nintendo have continued to be a passion for both me and my family. Leading Nintendo of America has been the honor of a lifetime, and I'm proud of what our team has accomplished in both business results and the experiences we've created for consumers. Now, it's time for the next generation of leadership, and Devin's track record speaks for itself. She's an exceptional leader, and her promotion is a testament to her strong performance and strategic contributions to the company's growth. I have full confidence that she will guide the company to even greater heights. Cool. Dude was never really visible as CEO. He wasn't Reggie, and I think people didn't like that. I think people really struggled with the fact that Doug Bowser wasn't really visible for the Nintendo of America folks. So long, Gray Bowser. Exactly. He's out. I'm fine with it. I mean, as long as whoever's taking over doesn't do a bad job, it doesn't really matter. Nintendo of America is largely responsible for localization and distribution and marketing here in the States. So, I mean, keep it up, but like, they're not making many of the games we're playing. They're just translating them, which is great. It's a lot of work and it's very valuable, and I'm very thankful for them. But, you know, I think it's cool. People retire, come and go. It's good on him for stepping down and go and enjoy the rest of his, career, life, whatever he's got. Good on him. Wish him all the best. All right, anyway, let's move on. I don't know how to do this. This is weird. All right. Okay, so we did get a reveal trailer for Forza Horizon, but my browser is like echoey. So let me fix this real quick. All right. I forgot we had a trailer. We got a couple of trailers today. This one and one more. All the different places Forza Horizon is taking place. This one's gonna be good. People have been asking for this to come. People have been asking for Forza Horizon to do one set in Japan for years. So this is actually really exciting to see this finally happen in a big way. Mostly because, one, fans have been wanting it, but two, it's going to be some really good locales, and I don't know. I enjoy Forza Horizon much more than I do the regular Forza Motorsport games. I think a lot of people are in that boat. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what they got revealed here. It's coming next year. And a kind of somewhat surprising turn of events. Microsoft confirms Forza Horizon 6 won't come to PS5 at launch. It'll come to PS5 at a later date. Now, I have immediate thoughts of this news, and that's maybe it's a timed exclusive thing. Sony does it for PC games. Microsoft could do it for some of their biggest franchises. Maybe that's why we still haven't seen Halo on PlayStation 5 yet. We're all pretty sure it's coming, but maybe that's why we haven't seen it there yet. I'm not really sure. The other thing is maybe dev time. They're way more familiar with Xbox architecture, PC architecture. It's much easier and faster for them to keep building and cranking out games that way, but fine-tuning things for a PS5 just maybe takes a little longer because it's a different platform. Now, it shouldn't be this big effort, right? I mean, the architectures are so similar. I've said this many times. Porting isn't the process it used to be when you had like the 360 and PS3 or even the original Xbox and PS2, those are the way those systems were built were wildly different. It was very hard for a team to go from one to the other. Most of your big third-party publishers did it easily. But I could see like going to PS5, it just maybe takes that much more time to optimize it and make sure the game runs well. Create games with PS5 is much more complex than made a game for PC, Xbox. I don't know if it's much more complex, but there is a different environment. Like development environment's going to be different. The hardware has its own quirks. I mean, PlayStation Pro has its own upscaling technology that they're probably going to want to build and make sure it supports correctly. Developers have confirmed this. I'd like to see those discussions, because as a software developer by day, I understand why it takes longer to do things when you shift platforms you're building for, you know? So I could see it taking 6 months, a year, just to make sure it's right and get all the approvals and all the other things that Sony might require that's different from Microsoft. And Microsoft owning the franchise and the studio and like being the parent company there, yeah, they should prioritize their own hardware to some degree. Like, I don't see a problem with this. I don't know what the article says. I don't know if we should read it, but I guess we could skim it. Newly announced driving game, which will see the series head to Japan, was announced this week. No gameplay was shown from the racer. It's planned to release on Xbox and PC next year. The game will also come to PS5. However, it's now confirmed it won't be at the same time as Xbox and PC players. A note bottom of Xbox Wire reads, Forza Horizon 6 will launch first on Xbox consoles and PC in 26. With the excitement for this game, with the excitement for this franchise on other platforms, Playground Games and Turn 10 Studios are also working together to bring Forza Horizon 6 to PlayStation 5 post-launch. That's not specific enough, and again, it's probably like a 6-month gap, maybe a year at most. But nonetheless, very cool that this game's coming at all. I'm excited for it. I will play it a good bit. It's gonna be a good time. All right, let's move on. All right, Nintendo Shadow dropped a mobile game, Fire Emblem Shadows. I don't have a lot to say about this, and I'm not super interested in the article. I just thought it was funny that Nintendo had this big mobile push a few years ago, and like they were cranking out mobile games, and then it went quiet, and then now they're like, oh, hey, there's a new Fire Emblem phone game. All of a sudden, it's out now. So I find that interesting that they just did that. Fire Emblem Shadows is Nintendo's first new mobile game since Pikmin Bloom in 2021. It also released an app aimed at young children, Hey Mario, earlier this year. And then Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave was announced for Switch 2 at the last big Nintendo Direct we got. So, very interesting. I don't know what the game's going to be like. I don't know. Fire Emblem's not really my thing. But if you're interested in Fire Emblem and enjoy mobile games, hey, you got something new to play. It's kind of cool. All right, this was kind of a bombshell, personally. Surprised me, but EA is set to close a deal to sell company and go private. I do want to read this article. EA might be returning to being a private company. According to a new report from the Wall Street Journal, EA is in deep discussions on a $50 billion deal that would take the company private. The report claims that investors include Silver Lake and Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. This deal, according to the outlet sources, could be announced as soon as next week. Discussions on price are still underway, but the deal could value EA at as much as $50 billion. The Wall Street Journal says, while noting that its market value was roughly $43 million prior to details of the talks going public. The PIF already owns a 10% stake that it purchased in 2023. Silver Lake, on the other hand, doesn't have any stake currently in the company, but it does have partial ownership of Unity, which EA has used for past titles. Should the EA sale happen, Wall Street Journal believes it would become the largest leverage buyout ever, not adjusting for inflation. The current largest buyout is the sale of TXU in 2007 for $32 billion. As of publishing, EA's stock has risen nearly 15% since news of the deal was first reported. The company's next earnings call is scheduled for October 28, 25. None of EA, the PIF, or Silver Lake have commented publicly on the matter. Insider Gaming has reached out to all three for comment on this report. Though unlikely, should a response be received, it will be added to the story. So it's still kind of an ongoing thing, but just the idea that EA goes private, there's some like good and bad in that, right? I don't know all the details of what a company not being publicly traded, like what it has to go through, like what goes on there. But I do think reducing the dependency on investors means they can focus on whatever projects they want, depending on who owns them. And that's kind of the rub, right? Because they're still answerable to somebody, but I think not having to answer to shareholders could lead to more creative investments internally. But again, depends on who's buying it, right? Leverage buyouts never end well because they just add debt to the company that gets bought, expects to go bankrupt. We really thought EA was going to go bankrupt a long time ago, right? I mean, they had some dismal share prices. I don't know though. I don't know in what situation this really ends up for EA. I kind of like the idea that they go private, but again, I don't know that the proposed investors or owners, Silver Lake, and then I don't know anything about Silver Lake or Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, but that sounds like to me like an unknown and then a government controlled entity, and so I don't know how I feel about that. Concern, yes, but I'd like more details for sure. I don't know. I want to stay on the positive and think this reduces the need for EA to keep releasing. I mean, obviously we're going to make money. They're going to keep releasing Madden and FIFA every year, but they don't have to keep recycling the same IPs over and over. Maybe they can leverage out new teams and new tasks to come up with new IP and new projects that wouldn't happen under the current structure. That's all I'm saying. I don't know about that though. Anyway, let's move on. Maybe. Here we go. All right. Over the weekend, we got the Asus ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X US price revealed. Shocked people who aren't paying attention to anything. US price for ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X has been accidentally revealed by Best Buy before its official announcement. Update: the pricing initially revealed by Best Buy was confirmed. So here we go. Best Buy posted listings with the Ally X at $1,000 and the Ally S or Ally Normal. I don't really know. It's the regular Ally, but it's black and white. It's like the X and the S. Why didn't they call this the S? It's not that confusing. Anyway, $600. That's a lot. That's pretty high price for some handhelds, especially considering we can go look at the existing Ally X price for 1080p. Old specs is $900, so $100 more dollars, and you can get the newest architecture, newest CPU, and all of the Xbox front end goodness just built right in. No updating or modding or patching required to get you there. I really want one of these, and I haven't wanted a handheld PC for a lot of reasons, but I think we're finally at a point, and maybe I wait one more generation, one more CPU update before I make the jump into the handheld PC market. But I really think this is like the first one that I've seen that makes a more compelling case for why I would want it, right? But the price is going to be a deterrent for most people because $1,000 ain't nothing to shy away from. Now, I think if you look at it a certain way, yes, it's way more expensive than a console. It may not be as performant as the Series X, right? You're not going to get 4K HDR. Because, I mean, it's just the nature of this thing. Like, that's not, it is what it is, like it's a handheld PC. However, personally, the appeal of treating this like a Switch, where I can dock it or take it with me, then it starts to become like, all right, now I can use it like a Nintendo Switch, but play PC and Xbox games. That's kind of appealing, right? But man, $1,000 is a lot. Now, the sticker shock people surprised me. That anyone that didn't expect the X to be $1,000 in the current economy is insane. Like, what are you paying attention to or not paying attention to? It does make the base Ally seem a little more priced appropriately, but I would have liked to have seen this come in at about $700 and this one come in about $300, maybe $400. I think $1,000 is a lot to ask for the performance and the visuals. Now it's 120 hertz, refresh rate. They're claiming the display certainly can do 120 hertz, but the games you'll be running, that depends. So yeah, we got the prices. People responded as you would expect, but it's sold out. Asus ROG Xbox Ally X sold out worldwide. Now, could that be low stock versus a high demand? Maybe, but they definitely listed this thing at $1,000 and people bought it. So, priced at a hefty $1,000, there were questions on whether ROG Xbox Ally X would be a hit with consumers given the hefty price tag, competition with likes of the Steam Deck. Just 7 hours after links were posted on X, a follow-up post on Xbox account announced the system was sold out on the Xbox store across the world. This is crazy. Just a few hours after the pre-orders went live, the pre-orders sold out. Admittedly, this doesn't paint a full picture, as many regions are unable to purchase the device off the Xbox store and must use alternate retailers, though it still shows there's a market for the handheld device. And yeah, this is Windows Store. This isn't like Best Buy. Now, I do think Best Buy has sold out as of now, but I don't know. I would have to go look. But yeah, the demand is there. I do think it's going to be a lower stock item, but the demand is there. And I think this might be a lot of people's jumping off point for the handheld portable PC market experience. And it makes sense. I mean, it's good. The branding is a bit much. The ROG Xbox Ally X. There's a lot of syllables for a product name. I have a kind of personal rule, and it's kind of dumb, but it applies to products that I'm interested in and church names. You apply this to a lot of things, but I think church names as well. And I think once you cross like 2 or 3 syllables for your name, it's too long. It's too many words, and it doesn't communicate clearly enough what you're trying to sell me. And that's where I don't like how this thing is named. The ROG Xbox Ally X. They could have called this literally anything else, and it would have been better. I do think, just calling it the Xbox Ally would have been fine. And then they come out with the Pro Max Plus version, and it's so many syllables that crashes Chrono's brain. No, it's true, dude. Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's just like a lot. Now, do I want one? Yes. I would like a ROG Xbox Ally X. I will not go into a store and buy one because then I would have to ask for it. I will order it and have it shipped to me so I don't have to speak to a human being. But yes, I think when we start adding so many syllables to our product names, it gets annoying and bad. Poor naming. Anyway, yes, Dan, the price is in fact outrageous. That's a lot. But I mean, tariffs, export costs. There's a lot that went into the pricing of this. I don't think it's worth $1,000, but it makes a strong case for like a $700 class device, if that makes sense. Steam Deck costs so much less and does the same, streams all the same games. Okay, but performance, how your Steam Deck, like that's the argument, all right? This is the newest AMD, like whatever they're calling the processor. It's gonna run things better than the Steam Deck, just out of the box because the specs. It's newer hardware. I do understand the argument. But I still think it is expensive, and they knew it was going to be expensive. I think anybody surprised by it just hasn't been paying attention. Like it was this one specifically was bound to be super expensive. So like I don't know, people upset. Yeah, I get it. Like yeah, don't buy it. I kind of want one, but I don't have $1,000. It's a collaboration, so it needs to be costly. The cost of the game is not as much a concern for me. You can simply save up. Don't get me wrong though. The price should easily lower after this, especially Nintendo. Already committed not getting a Switch 2. Play too many games, too much time. on the devices. See more reasons why not getting a Switch 2 is a good thing. We don't find many games on Xbox, PlayStation. And I don't know much. Unless I'm picky what I watch play. If profits are split between Asus and Microsoft, I don't know. I think Asus is making the most money, but AMD is making all the money on this deal. And the fact that the pre-order sold out on the Xbox store and then Best Buy, which I guess we could look. Let's pull it up. Let's see. Xbox ROG Ally X. It's still up on Best Buy. Now, Best Buy seems to have some kind of deal because it has gone in and out of stock. But you can still... There, we can pull the window out here. You can still pre-order this as of right now on Best Buy. So... You know, I just think that this one's going to be the one that people are wanting. But I would like to see a spec comparison to the Steam Deck. Okay, hold on. Yeah, somebody's got to have made like a chart. The one time I want a chart, I can't find one. Nope. I want a chart. Oh, let's see. Because I wouldn't mind a Steam Deck. Steam Deck's good. Hey, Apple, what's up, dude? Not into shooters, graphics, platformers, unique gameplay, mechanics are cool. Paper Mario, Grand King, Deltarune. Yeah, Supersonic. I totally get those reasons. You love yours so much. I feel like I'm at a point where I might use it more. Price of games consoles gotten out of hand, though. It's like going fast food. McDonald's charging more, but the same quality support. Nah, it's true. I also think we got to remember this stuff is a pure luxury. There's... okay. I don't like this, but let's look at Windows Central has a good breakdown. All right, so this is a spec comparison between the Steam Deck, OLED, and well, I guess either Steam Deck, and then the Xbox Ally X. So this is like the newest Xbox. Never play single player games on PC anymore. You only use your Steam Deck. I think I would use mine similarly. I think I would use it mostly for just any games. And I could sit on my couch and play them. Not that I sit on my couch very often. But anyway. Alright, so let's look at this. This is the Xbox Ally X. AMD Ryzen AI Zen 2 or Z2 Extreme. 8 core, 16 threads with XDNA 2 NPU. So I don't know like what all of the XDNA stuff means. I'm kind of out of the loop. I would have to do some reading on AMD's Z2 platform, I guess. However, it's got twice as many GPU cores as the Steam Deck. Now, the power draw is bigger, but it's got twice as many. And then the base Ally is about the Steam Deck. Now, the Z2 is weird because this is the Z2 Extreme, and it's on Zen 5. But the Z2 base is on Zen 2? Like, I don't fully understand that. Because the base Xbox Ally, it's just a Steam Deck then. With a slightly higher power draw. Yeah, higher demand games will run smoother effectively, not need to reduce graphics settings as much. I also think it could also come with the expectation that if you do any cloud streaming, it'll be a little more stable. Hopefully your home network is good, but I feel like the networking equipment on this thing might be better. If you want to aim for a higher FPS, yeah, I think it's a fair trade, and that's a reasonable expectation. I just don't think $1,000 is the price point. but you are getting double the performance. What's the price of a current Steam Deck? $550 for the 512 gig model and $650 for the 1 terabyte model. Okay. Custom 7 nanometer. I see. So like specs come into play here for me if I was making a comparison. And we've gotten off the rails on game news. I just need you guys to know this is just a pure off the rails exploration of if a Steam Deck is the way to go and a much better value than the ROG Ally, even the base one. Like, let's just consider that. Because just raw specs don't tell the whole story. We also have software, and I think the Steam Deck running Steam OS is a major selling point. Let's see, display. What's the display difference? Oh, it doesn't. I just want a chart. I really just want a chart. Can somebody give me like a chart? Nobody can give me this. It makes this so Tom's guide. I'm sorry, the ROG Xbox Ally is way too expensive and it makes the Steam Deck look like a bargain. I didn't realize that the base Ally was so much lower spec than the Ally X. I don't know. All right, we've gone off the rails here. I'm not going to go down this path. I see the argument people are making though. Yo! I don't know why I played the sound, but we're getting raided during game news. Welcome, Arrowlie Art. How are you guys doing? Thanks for the raid. Good to see everybody this morning. We're just talking about the ROG Xbox Ally X. Going through the morning game news, checking out all the stuff that happened over the weekend, but definitely looking and gawking at the prices of these new PC handhelds with Xbox branding on them. How's everybody doing? Oren, Lotu, welcome in, Raiders. I guess just news mode decided we're not turning off any of the sound effects today. Sweet. It's much appreciated. Good to see everybody this morning. Thank you so much for the raid, Arrowlie. I hope your stream went well. Guys, what were you up to? What were y'all playing? All right, let's move on. All right, and there's twist. What a twist. All right, so we got the Xbox Ally X selling out, and then we got Costco not selling Xbox consoles anymore. Honestly, this doesn't surprise me if the hardware isn't selling. Hollow Knight almost finished. Nice. Such a good game. I need to finish it myself. I'm currently stuck in the Coliseum. I'm trying to get through the second tier, and I keep getting absolutely wrecked. So yeah, Costco decided not to sell Xbox consoles anymore. Let's read. Costco is one of the largest multinational membership warehouse club chains, offering a wide range of products from everyday essentials to luxury items, electronics, furniture, and more. It was reported earlier that Xbox consoles and accessories had stopped appearing on Costco's website. And now, a new report seemingly confirms the decision. Spotted by Windows Central, YouTuber Destin Legary has posted about the Costco and Xbox fiasco on their X account, formerly Twitter. When are we going to stop saying X is formerly Twitter? It's X now. It's been X for a number of years. Formerly Twitter was good for the first year or two. Unless it's only been a couple of years, and it just feels like it's been X for an eternity mentally. Is that where we are? Legary stated in a new post that they reached out to learn more about the situation. We're told we don't have any plans going forward to carry an Xbox console. They added it was a business decision, proceeded to talk about the deals they have for PlayStation and Switch consoles. Insider Gaming reached out for clarification on why they decided to stop selling the consoles. Hold on, chat. Sorry, I had to establish some stuff. Anyway, can you pick? I suddenly showed your Twitter. That's funny. That's really funny. Oh yeah, I didn't update the icon because it is Twitter. I couldn't find a good. I can't even access the project to fix that spinner thing because I quit using Adobe. Anyway, so yeah, it was a business decision. They weren't selling them, so why keep selling them? Have the fire sale, get rid of what you can, and move on. You know, I don't blame Costco for like stopping to sell something that wasn't selling very well for them. I don't know how many people were racing to Costco for their deals on the Xbox Series X, especially with the next price increase. They definitely weren't going to keep selling them with that last price increase here in the US. So it is what it is. But it's weird to see any retailer stop carrying Xbox stuff. But given the current economic situation, it's not surprising. I just thought it was a funny contrast to the ROG Ally X being $1,000 and selling out, and the Series X, arguably being a more powerful console, can't be moved off the shelf. Just has to stop being carried. All right, anyway, let's move on. All right, we're on the tail end of the news show, so some less important articles, but some things I thought were funny. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 skins collabs were canceled after player feedback. And I actually just had a laugh at this. I think it's good that they canceled stuff because the cartoon skins don't work like they do in Fortnite. In Fortnite, it makes sense. It's a multi-universe game. But having Beavis and Butthead run around Call of Duty, that was too much for me. The Ninja Turtles were a lot. Ninja Turtles in Call of Duty were a lot, but at least Ninja Turtles had a live-action representation. Beavis and Butthead was a little different. See, let's read. The article says there were going to be more big brand skins in Call of Duty Black Ops 7, but some have ended up being canceled. In an interview with Charlie Intel, Treyarch Senior Director of Production Yale Miller spoke about the reaction to the skins for Black Ops 6 and turning down collaborations. There are opportunities we have had lined up that after some of our conversations, we straight up turned down. Big brands, big things, and we're like, no, we're not going to do that because it just doesn't fit, said Miller, while not mentioning any specific canceled collabs. Miller said that the team isn't looking for grounded skins with Call of Duty. Instead, he said it's about finding things that make sense for Black Ops 7. Hey, Starfield guy, what's going on? One example of a skin that Miller said fits Black Ops is the TEDD operator. Miller said that the TEDD skin isn't grounded, but when people saw the skin, they felt it belonged in Black Ops. It's worth mentioning, however, that TEDD operator, which is available for those who buy the Vault Edition of Black Ops 7, did get a slight update based on player feedback. All intentions are to stick to stuff we can hand on our heart say, yeah, that feels like Black Ops. Miller told the outlet, that's really our goal, and I think it's a good clarification versus grounded. It's kind of interesting. I think it's good that Activision is listening to player feedback because this is weird to me. Like, this versus what we see in Fortnite. The Fortnite stuff makes sense because it's all kind of cartoony looking anyway. Everything, there's some slight modification to fit the Fortnite art style. And some stuff doesn't need as much changing because it's already a cartoon. You know? So you bought an Xbox Ally S? Cannot justify the X price. I couldn't either. I'm not getting either just yet. First handheld, so a good start for me. We'll upgrade it when Xbox release their own native handheld. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I like this. This is a good move for Call of Duty to listen to player feedback and kind of cancel some of the more cartoony stuff. They had Gundam, which was kind of weird. You know, and then here we have Beavis and Butthead and American Dad, and it's just weird, and I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Alright, anyway, let's move on. Zeke, you are late. Alright, this is a trailer. I didn't think it was going to autoplay, but here we are. Trailer for a rhythm game that I have seen on and off over the years, and it looks really good. So it got a release trailer, I think. So let's watch that real quick, and I'll catch up on chat.
Gathering close, we'll start with a story of magic and greatness, love and glory. I know that you're eager to learn and to grow. But
hey, thanks for that follow. Subscribe.
You must know.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here we go! For starters, you'll need to master defense. That umbrella you have, That makes the most sense. I'll give it some power, enough to be strong, but you must
looks
time
good.
it right, because it won't hold for long. Use it wisely, time each attack. You should just have enough to keep them all back. Here they come! That was a great start. You're learning defense.
I love a
There
good
are
platformer.
situations far more intense. I will show you.
No,
a
I think
trick.
this is like rhythm based
With
though.
care, it only works once and takes time to repair. The next time you find yourself trapped or surrounded, you won't be helpless, so don't be confounded. If they overcome you attacking en masse, take them all out with one big final blast. Your father and I once saved a whole village. A dragon had come there to burn it and pillage. We fought as we searched for a way to defeat it, and this little trick was the way that we beat it. We saw that the dragon really loved music. Its attacks were in time, and we knew we could use it.
This looks
The
fun.
fire he shot was a musical rhythm. It could be defeated if you counted with him. Ha ha ha! Remarkable, Billy! You did it! You really did it!
Now, is that the same thing? I don't know if I'm thinking of the same game here. It looks like that. Here we go. Is this the same game? Yeah. So it's this game. Hold on. I don't know what I just clicked, and I don't need it to be inappropriate. Okay. Yeah, it's been in production for a while. Saw it a moments ago. It looks cool. It reminds you of Hat. It does remind me of a Hat in Time. I see the comparison. But see, this looks cool. But this is like a rhythm-based boss fight. I'm gonna get copy claimed for it, I'm sure. I guess I'm not worried about it. We're not making money on these videos. So we've seen this, right? You guys have seen this one? And this is an old trailer. This just looks good. And so I want to get this game. Don't see a rhythm thing there. How far Rush Cyro. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna work. I think maybe it's just musical.
Dynamite is quick, but it makes a lot of mess. And flattened by a cow is just embarrassing at best.
All right, anyway, we're gonna watch the whole thing. I could listen to the whole thing. Upside Down throws me off. Yeah, it would mess with me too. Also, Supersonic, your comment about Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I don't know about the sales, but I think it's giving Mario Kart decent competition because it's more traditional track racer with the shifts. I haven't played it yet. I do want to get it and play it on stream. It looks really fun. Hey, Brent, how's it going? Guys, thanks for being here this morning. Good to see everybody. All right, I think we got one more article to cover, and then we can just hang out and chat for a minute. Okay, I've been wanting a Sonic Adventure remake forever, and I feel like the final nail in that desire has been put in the coffin, as it were. Sonic the Hedgehog's Takashi Iizuka says a remake of Sonic Adventure isn't in the works because Sega developers could make a brand new game instead. And so that's the reality of it. Instead of using all that time and energy to remake a game that people have already experienced. Now, isn't that the most Sega response ever? Remakes and remasters are doing actual numbers, and people are playing old games now more than ever. And Sega's like, nah, we'll just do something else. So a Sonic Adventure remake, remaster, something would do numbers. People would eat it up. I love the original Sonic Adventure. Slightly more than Sonic Adventure 2. And I will die on that hill. I'm not saying Sonic Adventure 2 is a bad game. I'm saying I love the original Sonic Adventure so much more than Sonic Adventure 2. It's just personal. That's all it is. So it's just interesting that the quote is, instead of using all that time and energy to remake a game that people have already experienced, we can make a brand new game instead. I think the team's really interested in taking that same amount of time and energy and effort and really bring a new experience to the players. I mean, do your thing, Sega, but like, people really want Sonic Adventure 1 remade in a modern style with better I think it's most people just want better visuals. In which case, lots of mods exist for that. So, you know, that would be awesome. Want to see a remake of Sonic Heroes? Or even a Sonic Heroes 2. Love that game, even with the pinball and jank controls. Yes, I also really enjoyed Sonic Heroes. I just wouldn't mind if they took those 3 games, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and Sonic Heroes, and did some kind of remaster / remake situation. You know? But yeah, that'll do it. That's all I got for the game news. It is kind of sad to see that, you know, the dreams of Sonic Adventure remake would be gone. No, we need a Sonic 06 remake with 10 times the bugs and kissing scenes. No, Will, that's a bannable offense there. It is good. They're saying you want to make original games, not remasters. See, Zeke, I see that. I see your point there. I see what you're saying. But in a market where remakes are the popular thing, Sega's like, nah, we're gonna do something else. JN says, I had so much fun modding my original Ally. Is it weird that I'm a little bummed out the Xbox Ally is such a complete handheld console? No, that's what happens when you buy early and new stuff comes out. You go, oh, this one was better. And it's like, well, now you just gotta save and replace it or don't. You know? Oh, man. But that's it. That's all I got time for this morning. A lot of stuff coming down the pipe for new games. We've got Pokemon Legends ZA next month, and in a couple of weeks, really. We've got Metroid Prime 4. We've got what else am I forgetting? Hyrule Warriors, the Mario Galaxy re-release. I'm very tempted. Make a brand new game instead? Do you mean Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic Origins, Sonic X Shadow Generations? I think those were handled by different teams. So I do see the argument, though. I forgot that Sonic Generations got a re-release with some new content. And then Sonic Colors Ultimate was an interesting port. Same with Origins. I wanted more out of Origins, but it was good. Shadow Generations is a brand new game. It's a brand new piece of a game. I don't think it's a brand new game on its own. But, yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got time for. Let's send this forward to somebody else. Oh, hey, holy moly, guys. Lotu, Jen of the North, thanks for the follows. We hit 600 followers this morning. So tonight's stream should be fun. We've got Splat Tasks with Will and crew. Should be a fun time. Let me find the image for that, if Discord is even open. Excuse me. I had posted it somewhere, and I done did forgot. Well, let's go. Love gaming news. Thanks for collecting all this. Yeah, I enjoy doing this. We do it every Monday and Wednesday morning. I do it before work, and then I go and do boring corporate-y things. Okay. Where are we at here? Ah, here we are. I found the image. Okay. Close window. What the heck? Here, this should be fine. We got Splat Task 2. A game show by Fedorable Will. I don't know why it was so zoomed in. But I'm going to be a part of this. It's going to be very fun. Will put together some fun stuff last time, and I think it'll be just as chaotic this time. So we're going to have a blast. But anyway, let's find somebody to raid. Okay. Now that I'm not dying. Or hopefully not dying. I don't know. Alright. Let's go. Sonic Racing Crossroads. Well, you know, it's been not copying it correctly for me. Oh, dang it.
In games. That's why, like, in Nintendo, I prefer Yoshi. In
No,
Donkey
just let me
Kong
copy
games,
the
I
name,
prefer
please.
Diddy Kong. I don't know, it's
Alright,
just
there we go.
a thing. I don't know why.
My gosh, everything had to
In
reload all of a
Sonic,
sudden.
I prefer Tails. I don't usually go for, like, the main character.
Alright, we're gonna raid
Person.
somebody we're collabing with tonight.
To get 4 different games.
So
This one being one
enjoy.
of-
Y'all have a great day. Love you. God bless. And we'll see you tonight at 6 p.m. on my channel, Will's channel, and everybody else's channels that's involved in this collab. Y'all have a good one. See ya.
This game is everywhere. I think it's on PlayStation, Xbox, it's the Switch. Everywhere. Goodness. You guys are so troll. They troll. The rival. So when you play a race with NPCs, I don't know if this applies with, I don't think this applies with